Hi, good morning. So this is what it feels like to be here, and this is my first TEDx. So my journey, like anybody else's, does not, come from a very big background where my father said to me कि ये ले पैसे जा जी ले अपनी जिंदगी. So I have struggled through my life, and I belong to a very humble background where education was the priority and photography and filmmaking were just hobbies. And keeping that in mind, I stand here before you, an MBA turned filmmaker. So you have the MBA chai wala, so you can call me the MBA video wala if you wish. And the journey started and it became something which is everybody's dream. I've moved to Mumbai. I am a self-taught filmmaker, photographer. In an age where YouTube and any of the education institutes that are here with you did not exist. So we did not have a place to go to and learn. Plus, if we wanted to learn, we could not go to our esteemed experts in the industry because they thought of us as competition. Imagine going to an expert who's been there for 30 plus years and you're an English speaking, well, versed, well groomed individual in an industry where you're a newbie. They will look down upon you and they will not guide you to the best. And that was the time where I started my journey in filmmaking. So imagine a 25-year-old working in Mumbai on a daily wage of only 3 to 500 rupees per day. Yes, that was the daily wage you would get as an assistant. And that was the only medium that we could learn if we would really want to learn the intricacies in filmmaking or in photography in the industry. But during this journey, during the years I spent in Mumbai, there's one thing that I really learned and I got it hard. So I'm a Delhi boy. Coming from a background and one attitude that any Delhi boy would resonate here, जो एक line है, तू जानता नहीं मेरा बाप कौन है. So that false ego is something that you let go of when you set your foot on a film stage or a film set in Mumbai. Because at the age of 25, an MBA in marketing, I got slapped. I got a shoe thrown at me. I was made to hold my ears and stand outside the studio just because I forgot to put a memory card in the camera right before the shot. And yes, this has all happened. And one thing that I learned from all of this, the moment you let go of your ego is the moment you start learning. So my learning curve began when I actually went on the ground and my teachers were people who are standing here. These are the cameramen and the assistants and the lightmans and the gaffers, the down the line people who I really worked with. Those were my real teachers. Those were the people who were literally shooting every single day of their life, and they were teaching me the in and out of everything that I wanted to know in filmmaking and in photography. But you have to understand that when they say that you need passion and perseverance to be where you are or grow in life, but you need to have a very strong willpower. That willpower will actually be your driving force, and especially in a place like Mumbai, which is a very tough situation to be in with that amount of money. There were times when I actually had to fend for food, and the days we were shooting, we would eat only one meal if we were lucky. But I got through that, and I did not fall in love with Mumbai, so I came back to my original love, back to Delhi. Came back here, wanted to set up something which inspired me in Mumbai, and I thought that I will make Delhi the next big film city. I'm still in the process of doing it. But this was another roller coaster ride. From working as an assistant, now I started my journey as a freelancer. A freelance entrepreneur, that is another roller coaster ride. It's all about the ups and downs, the profits and losses, and the good and bad decisions that you make or break your business. Well, tell you for a fact, I enjoyed every bit of it because they were all mine. I was actually following not my original option of education, but the choice that actually I loved doing, and that was filmmaking. Right in the beginning of my career, coming back from Mumbai, I got an opportunity to shoot 3 feature films. 2 of the feature films will go back to my grave. I will never tell the name of them, and one feature film was announced. It's called Narayan, doing very well on YouTube. But they were all learning curves. When you start in the beginning, when you do something new, when you get into something like you swim in fresh water or you swim in a river, you swim in the sea, you learn as you go. And one thing that I learned from these experiences, what not to do. If you come to me now, I will not be a guiding force to tell you what to do when you make a feature film, but I can give you a list of 100,000 points of what not to do when you make your first feature film. So that journey actually was a very, very big learning curve for me, and that took me to places that got me connected to new people and also became a force that made me explore more and more. You know, we tried our hand on fiction, we were growing as as a company, we built a team, and we started burning our fingers with our bad decisions. यहाँ तक कि हमारा मजाक बन गया था कि कभी आपने कोई वो चाय का बिस्कुट खाया है which tastes really nice? So हमें वो डूबने में तो मजा आता ही था because the taste in the end was beautiful, and these failures came out to be something that every one of us could relate to. Now, when you become an entrepreneur, it's not your only life that you have to be worried about. It's also about the people who start working with you. And when you start working with others, the dream that you started with just grows bigger and bigger. So you're not your own responsibility alone, but there are 20, 30, 50, 100 more people who are depending on what your next action will be and how you will grow so that they grow in the process as well. And in the middle of this journey, life gave me another opportunity. An opportunity I think a lot of you would want to get. I know all of you love to travel, right? And if you get to, you get paid to travel, nothing better than that. Well, I am actually still living that life. A lot of brands, a lot of tourism boards actually hire us to do their content. So from a filmmaker, now I got onto the content wagon, the social media wagon, and became a content creator. Over the years, the journey in the tourism business started in 2014. We worked with Malaysia Tourism and just recently finished a campaign with Swiss Tourism and Neeraj Chopra, which is actually a very beautiful achievement. And I hope to visit Switzerland again this year so that I can, explore it more. But that dream keeps growing even after 65 countries. And most of you would be thinking, well, he's having fun, he's going on holidays every single day. But believe me, none of these trips are actually leisure trips. They're all work, work, work. So I've been to Switzerland 7 times, but I still don't know what it looks like. The only thing that I know is that it looks beautiful in a frame and looks beautiful in a composition. And every time I went with a celebrity, they look beautiful when we click their pictures or do their films. Traveling around the world and in India, it was time to expand. And when we expand, we start, expanding our teams. We start working with individuals. And the most important thing that you realize then is that it is very hard to actually work with people who are not like-minded, who do not have the same strengths as you do, or do not have the same expertise as you do. So all of this led to us experimenting with individuals around India. We started giving out business to them. Clients were asking us to visit every single city, but they couldn't hire us to travel, so we would hire locals. And over the years, we've actually worked with more than 100,000 people pan-India. But in the beginning, the biggest struggle was that the people we were working with did not actually know their basics. They were making basic mistakes. And that is when I realized, well, like any other education, the education in film and photography also needs to be either free or at least affordable. And this gave birth to ShootGuru, which now is a learning platform, is a platform where individuals who want to start the journey in content creation can come and learn and work with us, and has grown. And we give basic education in film and photography so that people stop making basic mistakes and start doing brilliant work. Because I have to tell you that India is a country that is really full of talent. The only thing missing is opportunity. And if we generate that opportunity, the talented people will come out and will work hard and will work, for their best and come out very well. So everything was going well. Everything was amazing. As education was growing, it was growing like fire. The education was in demand. It was in demand before. It is in demand now, and if luck prevails, it will still remain in demand in the future as well. Because I believe education, if you spread, it becomes back to you much higher and much brighter. So we've created a huge network of people working with us, and now I come to a management stage, but life had a surprise for me. A few years ago, I was diagnosed by a condition which said that I will lose the sensation in my hands within 2 years. Yes, these hands. The hands that hold the camera, the hands that are my tools. Doctors told me on my face that I will not be able to use them because my nerves are deteriorating. After 1 year and multiple MRIs and CT scans, I actually gave up. I did not give up on my dream, but I gave up on the urge to cure this. I went back to my dream full force, and that urge of cure and that urgency of achieving everything in lesser amount of time became my driving force to achieve something bigger and something much faster than what it was growing. ShootGuru started growing multifold, and we started achieving things that nobody can even imagine. We started connecting with people. And that is one of the reasons that I'm standing here talking to you guys today, 9 years after which this thing was diagnosed, 7 years after which the doctor said that you can't work anymore. So I have always been a daydreamer, right? कभी आपने सुना है कि सपने के महल मत बनाया करो, daydream मत करा करो, अपने सपनों में मत खोया करो. I remember an incident where my father, like any other father, went to an astrologist and asked for my future. The astrologist told my father कि इसको ना सपने के महल बहुत बनाने का शौक, ख्याली पुलाव बनाने का बहुत शौक है, इसको ना कॉमर्स में डालिए, hence the MBA. So my dad stopped me from going into the creative side. Now I look back to that time and I look at that uncle and say, look at me now. So that became my bread and butter. The creative side became my bread and butter, and all the odds in this world, be it family, be it health, you have to overcome, and the only thing that will overcome is the bigger dream that you start achieving. So once this became my driving force, the idea was now to connect with others, right? We have a tendency of working better when we are under pressure. We perform better when we are under pressure. I have been under pressure since yesterday to stand here, and I feel it's going well with the smiles that I see right here. So, chasing our dreams is actually not a joke. बहुत आसान है बोलना, सपने देखो, बड़ी चीजें सोचो, go do something out of the box. It's not easy. Not all of us are born with silver spoons in our mouth. We have to work hard. We have to make sure that whatever is our dream, we work day in and out, like top to bottom. I don't even remember the last time I actually took a holiday where I was not working. That is what I live for, and that has been my driving force. And the bigger dream now is to have 1 million more such creators, build a community of people that actually talk about positivity. I really love the topic that is happening here today, mirrors. We have to look into the reflections. You are the only one who would actually know your truth. You're the only one who can call your own bluff. You're the only one who can actually question your own decisions. Nobody else has the power to do that. Nobody else has the power to stop you. Right? I can bet if you open your phone right now and go to your social media, open your WhatsApp, there will be at least one piece of notification, one piece of content that will be negative. We are surrounded by negativity. We grow up in negativity. If anybody is growing in a positive atmosphere, believe me, you're the luckiest person alive. Right? I stopped watching news because it was negative. I blocked and got not interested on a lot of social media platforms because they started becoming negative, and negativity has been prevailing for a very long time. The problem is that there are less number of people who are negative, but they're very loud. They're everywhere on social media. Everybody is listening to them by default. They don't have a choice. And the more of us who are positive are quiet. We don't create, we don't comment, we have private profiles, we have social medias that are restricted to our own, we have profiles, which allow us to stalk on others, but don't let others stalk on us. We don't open up. but you have the power to create positive content. Be it that one like, one comment, one post that you share, if it carries creativity, if it carries positivity, you've landed. So the idea with a million creator program and a dream of million creators, maybe by whatever year we achieve it, the idea is 2030, is to have 1 million creators in India who are creating at least one piece of content on a regular basis that is positive. And this is the dream that I live for. This is my driving force. That the day the doctors do come out right and the day I put my hat down is the day my legacy talks for me. And that legacy is you people who are creating content, you people who are here, sitting here, absorbing what we are talking about today. There are much greater speakers coming here today who are more experienced than I am, who have better stories to tell you. But if I inspired you even a single bit, if I have inspired you even 1 minute of your life, I would request you to start spreading positivity. Wherever you are, whatever you do, however you do it. And that is what we should, aim for. Money will come, glamour will come. You will be standing here someday where I am today. But that one message that you leave on social media, which would motivate or demotivate some other person who's not yet there, will remain with you for a lifetime. Thank you guys for listening to me. Have a great day. Thank you so much.